Oh.
Ugh.
Flop. I heard footsteps and breathing following me for a while, but when I heard someone trip, I stopped and turned around. It's Rikako.
It's Rikako.
God
Yep,
damn
there
it.
she is.
大丈夫ですかリカコさん。
Girl, go to bed.
痛い。
Oh my god. The area was covered in grass, but that didn't make falling here particularly safe.
というか、どうしたんですこんな時間に。物意味しなきゃ。
それはこちらのセリフです、春明様。洗い物で
Oh
遅く
my
なった
god, was
上
she
に
watching me?
何を揉めていらっしゃるのです。
Wow, a rare sight from Rikako-san. She was serious, kind of angry, and practically rambling.
She was speaking a lot more quickly than she normally does.
Thank God.
知っております。無謀に走ろうとする織部義継をたしなめられたのでしょう。
なぜいつになく状況理解が詳細かつ正確なんですか。
お話をし損ねましたから霧に身を潜めておりました。
She was shivering, showing how cold she was. Just how long had she been waiting outside the dining hall?
ああ、すみません。そういえばそんな話ありましたね。ちえみちゃんとも話し損ねたや。
宴の時はありがとうございました。
ん？
私をくくることも。
Oh, silly Rikako. Boner-san wouldn't have
僕は誰
allowed
にも死ん
that.
でほしくはないですよ。すみません。嘘です。いや、本当なんですが、こうも思ってます。リカコさんもメイコちゃんも死ぬところなんて見たくないって。
それはどういう。
Boner-san, explain!
どういう意味でしょうね。
Secret talks weren't a good idea. That was why I didn't say anything more.
一つだけ聞きたいんですが。
But I'm gonna say more.
何でしょうか。
もしメイコちゃんが狼だったとしたら、リカコさんはどうしますか。
私が共にくくられましょう。
Sure. She was quite a character.
とにかく大丈夫ですから。明日も元気なリカコさんのドジっぷり見られることを楽しみにしてますよ。
There it is.
There it is.
春明様、何を一体。私はドジなんて失礼な。
Where's Ty? Where's Ty? Come on!
I know, right?
じゃあまた明日。
Maybe he turns around and she's there.
Oh,
僕がもうやったからとは
oh shit, I
どう
forgot
いう
about
意
that.
味でしょうか。
She heard everything.
Oh, that's right. Ah, fuck. Crap.
口から出まかせですよ。不思議系の物言いって結構言いくるめやすい
No,
んです。
she knows. She knows. She knows looping's a thing.
私は春明様が身車の手のものだとかそんなことは思いません。むしろ何と言いますか、この逃げ場のない霧を。
I have the chosen boner.
特別な方なのではないかと。こんな無双めいたこと、気持ちが悪いとお思いかもしれませんが、私も伝統やら信心やらに染まって生きてきたものです。テレビの中で語られる科学とかそういったもの
The
には
so-called science.
縁遠く
But I know what a television
生きてまいり
is.
ました。
Rikako does not know how magnets work.
ですから
Oh no! Somebody explain it to her.
迷信に
Not you,
惑わさ
Haru.
れている今、迷信めいた何かに誰かに。
リカコさん。
I didn't know certain things myself. Until it's convenient, then I know them.
Yeah, weird how that works. It's like the information just drops into my brain.
I also had a thirst for the truth. I couldn't deny that I defied all logic and causality by standing here after experiencing death a few times. Was that meant as a tool to dispel the despair of the feast? Had I been given this power to do that? Was someone telling me to stop this mad ritual no matter how many deaths it took? I had no idea, and because of that, telling her about it would just give her false hope.
僕もそうありたいですが、残念。あんまり特別な人間でもなさそうです。
It's true, you're not that
でも、
special.
そうですね。そこまで信じてもらえてるなら、頑張りますよ。
はい。
じゃあ、今日はここで。
Ellipses. What? She extended her hand to me.
握手
She nodded. Oh, she wants to
じ
shake
ゃ
hands.
あ、握手で。約束です。明日もきっと会いましょ
I took her hand.
いいえ、
She grasped back tightly. Her fingers were slender and cold.
もし明日
Oh,
I
death
just-
flags. Death flags!
There's so many
It's
death
really-
flags.
いずれのせいでより穏やかな
No, I don't want her to die. I like her.
巡り合いますよ。
I don't like that she talks so slowly. She
Yeah, I
let go.
know,
お
right?
やすみなさい。
Oh, yeah. Nope, she's gone.
さようなら。
う。リカ子さん、
She disappeared into the mist. She's
僕も
gone.
願ってますよ。
Her footsteps were growing distant. I listened, but it didn't seem like she'd fallen again. I turned around. It had been a
Time
long
up. Oh,
Yeah. Wolf! It had been a long time since I'd heard a goodbye. It looked like I wasn't as prepared for this as I thought. I couldn't just assume I'd loop again if I died. If I did, I'd hardly be standing with the locals who carried the weight of putting their lives on the line. I would give my all to survive this night, and render that cynical promise irrelevant. Then, once everything was solved, I would use her words to tease her. I could just imagine her turning red and squirming. Ugh.
gross.
That would probably be adorable beyond belief.
信内さんのお守りは
I sung the song I learned today to try and distract myself from the feelings that were beginning to sprout inside me. Barely able to see a thing, I wandered back to my hut. I tore off a page from my notepad, put a pen on the floor, and began to think. All right, who was I supposed to use my snake powers on? It would be cool if it gave us a choice.
Yeah, I was actually wondering about that earlier. If it's gonna let us actually choose, or if it's just gonna railroad us. It's probably just gonna railroad
Yeah,
us.
the most natural idea was to investigate the most likely wolf candidates, but there was a problem with that. Namely, no one seemed to fit the bill. If there was anything wolf-like about anyone so far, it would only be some vague signs that barely meant anything. They were nothing but things that start to make sense after everything was known. Even I, with all my knowledge of the previous loop, couldn't tell if anyone was acting weird. Thus, I had to change my line of thinking. I shouldn't have to force myself to find wolves. I had to confirm the identities of those who could be the most dangerous wolves. Thankfully, we already had convenient leader figures, Kanzo-san and Yasunaga-kun, on our side. As things were, it didn't look like they were leading the humans into the wrong direction. I also realized that they'd been holding themselves back the previous loop.
Kanzo especially. He went and died night
Yeah.
one.
He died super early. I mean, that's the ultimate holdback. Fuck you guys, I'm not helping you, I'm gonna die.
Yup.
Yasunaga-kun hadn't been a proactive leader because he was a wolf, while Kanzo-san probably didn't want to stand out in order to protect himself because he had some sort of guardian like the spider. The one who noticed that was none other than Yasunaga-kun. He'd realized Kanzo-san wasn't himself and used it against him. An excellent move on his part. However, we had problems with them being on the same side, too. Honestly, they were incompatible. I hoped that they found common ground soon. That aside, since they were both confirmed monkeys, I had to shift my attention to Takumi-san, who acted as the mediator between the younger and the older generations. At first glance, he appeared to be the same as last time, but I couldn't use that to determine whether he was clean or not. Another one I was concerned about was Kiyonosuke-shi. He wasn't popular, but he was noisy and had a certain degree of influence. I couldn't ignore him. He could easily derail the feast, which made him a valuable asset the wolves probably wanted to keep around until the end. There was another thing, though. He was actually the only one who seemed slightly wolf-like. I had no idea how many were really hesitant about sending people to their death during voting. However, looking at the voting order, they could have easily killed Kyunosuke without even having to make a second vote. Yasunaga-kun voted for him, which was probably calculated. He might have seen the guy as a convenient first sacrifice. Then Kaori-san and Mochi voted for him too. Then it was the village youth's turn. He was wildly unpopular with them, making him a convenient scapegoat for blame. However, he hadn't gotten any more votes from them. What was I supposed to make of that? The wolves knew one another. I knew this from last time, but it was fair to assume that it was common knowledge amongst the others. It might have been possible that there was a wolf among the village youth, and they purposely avoided voting for him. One more thing. From my perspective, since he wanted to protect Rikako-san like me, and would make votes on that basis, he was actually kind of useful to me. Yeah, I had to admit it. I believe Rikako-san and Meiko to be humans. The former was a normal one, while Meiko was a spider.
メイコには言って聞かせてありますので確認させてます。悩むならばメイコではなく
Oh, okay, I see the logic. Because the spider can protect somebody.
Yeah. And if she doesn't have a guardian, that also makes sense.
Yeah, Rikako-san had been worried about that a feast would happen soon, which was why she taught Meiko about what she had to do. Meiko probably didn't have the mental acuity to understand or participate in the feast all on her own. So Rikako-san might have given Meiko some way to convey that she had a guardian. Personal exchanges would be heard by someone, and by extent the wolves. That was probably even more certain than what I'd experienced on the way back here. It was safe to consider it a rule. However, if there was a way to pass on information without making it seem important, you could easily converse in secret. That was why I believe Rikako-san knew that Meiko had a guardian and was putting her life on the line to protect her. She'd also conveyed it to me by telling me to vote for her despite Meiko being pretty much a throwaway vote. That was her way of telling me that Meiko was important. I didn't know if it attracted anyone else's attention, if they'd realized what Meiko was. However, most of the locals had probably assumed that Rikako-san was simply worried for the little girl. They'd simply assumed she was fulfilling her role as one who took in the corruption. That was exactly why people would still be voting for them. Meiko's role is probably the same as Kanzo-san's last time, the spider. That was why Rikako-san was going so far to hide it. Anyway, that was why I decided they weren't suspicious. If there was another option, it was Mamiya-san. She'd survived today's feast by saying that she hadn't checked for a mark on her stomach, but if she claimed to have a guardian tomorrow, could that be trusted? She had nothing tying her to Yasumizu, so no one would trust her. Whether she was wolf or human, I couldn't put it past her to fake having a guardian just to keep herself alive. Those three were the prime targets. Okay. Oh,
we do get a choice. Shit.
Okay. Okay. So, all right, I'm gonna fucking 4D chess myself a little bit here.
Okay, sure.
Takumi seems like the safe bet because, like he said, he bridges the gap, but he mediates between the young and the old.
Yes.
You know, investigating Kyunosuke, yes, he's useful because he's loud and obnoxious. And I feel like most people are going to go for either one of those. Investigating Hisako, I think, is meant to be a sort of throwaway thing, but it could be possible.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I feel like all three of these options are decent.
Here's the other thing that bothers me. There's a couple of things. So one, the big guy, I can never remember his name. They said that it looked like he left because he had to use the bathroom.
Yes.
It doesn't necessarily mean that Hisako wouldn't be able to get him to come out. You know, they didn't necessarily believe in any of this shit to begin with. So it started happening. Then she immediately went to get the memory card from the camera. Yeah, the old guy's name is Yudai. Thank you, Hillary. She went to get the memory card for the camera, and she's the only one that saw anything. Like, Chiemi took her stuff to wash all of it while she checked it out on, I guess, on her phone or her laptop or whatever. She said there
Yeah.
was nothing usable. I really don't think that. I mean, it's definitely possible,
hmm
but I don't know.
Okay, the only thing I can think that kind of throws a bit of a pin in that is so the Guardians and the Wolves hadn't been assigned yet at that point. So like Hisako, like if Hisako is a wolf,
Hmm.
um, she wouldn't have been assigned like, to go lure Yudai out of the hut, right?
Maybe.
And like this is going back to because like I think there are two things going on. There are humans who have the
Hmm.
role of the wolf who are doing the murders,
Uh huh.
but there is the corruption, which I think is probably the wolf creature we saw that is doing like the dismembering,
Okay.
right? Okay, so first loop, Hisako and Yudai dismembered. We could not tell, that they used to be human.
Right. They were just messes.
Whereas, yeah, whereas everyone killed like by a wolf, by quote unquote wolf, um, Old Man Konzo, head bashed in,
Hmm.
Takumi, head blown off with a gun.
Hmm.
Who else? Who else?
Mochi
Um,
and the old man were
Mochi
stabbed.
and the old, yeah, they were, yeah, their guts were slashed open. Like all of those people were killed by a human
Hmm.
with a weapon,
Hmm.
versus, and then Yoshitsugu killed by the corruption, torn limb from limb,
Right.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I
Okay.
think the corruption does the first kill. I don't think like Hisako could be a wolf. Like we don't have enough information to say yay or nay, but
Right.
I don't think I think the explanation we got is the simple one that Yudai had to go take a piss. Like he stepped
Okay.
outside to heed the call of nature. I think that is what happened.
Okay.
Um, Hisako desperately searching for the memory card and then saying there was nothing usable. That's definitely suspect.
Hmm.
Um, but I don't think like if she's a wolf, she didn't kill him.
Okay. So here's where I'm at. So
Uh-huh.
the whatever the wolf or whatever, I think the wolf and the corruption are actually one and the same. I think what we're seeing is like don't forget there's the that throwaway line about the serial killer.
Yes.
So I I I personally think that Mochi and the old man in the first loop were killed by the serial killer. That's what I
Okay.
think. Um,
Okay. Yeah.
because their shit was in broad daylight.
Mm-hmm. And
You
everybody
know,
had an alibi, like
everyone else
a
had an
fairly
alibi.
airtight alibi. Yeah.
Yeah, and also, when you think about the method of death, everything else was much more viscerally violent compared to Mochi and the old man.
Yes. Yeah.
Like
There
they
there
were
are definitely
sliced
levels of.
open, like it was
hmm hmm
bad, but like the brutality of it in terms of when you look at like forensic psychology, most killers have whenever they do something, they usually follow kind of stringent rules. Like there's usually some sort of method to their madness in a sense.
Right.
The Mochi and the old man's deaths do not fit the deaths of literally everybody else.
Right. Yeah. They don't match the way the corruption kills, and they don't match the way the human wolf
Right.
players killed. Yeah.
Right. So so I'm kind of discounting them. So right now, in terms of what would be ideal, like I don't think we're trying to find the wolves. We're trying to find out. We're basing on who would be a good ally.
Yes.
I think of these three names, this is what I'm looking at: is who would be our best ally. It's not. I don't think it's Takumi. As much as I love Takumi, he's
hmm
kind of a brick of a man. Like he tends to go along,
hmm
um, and he's kind of weirdly stubborn about like, well, the rules of the feast say this. Like he's hard to sway in certain things that don't have anything to do with Cowdy.
Right, yeah.
And like he's oddly like he defers very heavily towards Tai
Yes.
and so we need someone with a little bit more standing. And I kind of want to lean towards Kiyonosuke, but the problem is he's part of the four head families. Nobody fucking likes him.
Mm-hmm.
So if I had to choose right now, I'm 50-50 between Kiyonosuke and Hisako, because Hisako has the resources and also has the that memory card's bothering the shit out of me.
Yeah.
It's just like, yeah, Kiyonosuke does feel, and what Hillary's saying in the chat, I feel like Kiyonosuke is a red herring in all choices. I agree, because he's sort of like, he's contrarian. Like, having him on our side doesn't really net us a lot of points.
Yeah.
I'm going to investigate Hisako. I think that might be our best thing right now.
Yeah, I actually agree. Like you said, that the memory card is bothering me too.
Yeah.
There are a lot of reasons she wouldn't have shared what was on it. Like, first and foremost, if it did have like some evidence of supernatural tomfuckery.
Yeah, we'd have that information then.
Yeah. And that's not something she would necessarily want to show to these people, considering, how her buddy had died.
Right. That's kind of like, that's what I'm trying to also think is like, what could give me any type of information? Like, okay, Takumi doesn't really give me much anyway. The only thing Kiyonosuke really gives me is what happened 8 years ago at the construction site. Like, befriending him would give me a little bit of that.
Right.
But I still feel like in the present, in the now, Hisako might be the best way to go.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Let's do it.
Especially since she was killed very early on too.
Yeah, we had like no time to get to know her, and I think if she does turn out to be human, she could be a valuable ally just because of her knowledge of the occult. Like,
yes.
I was saying last time we played.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. All right.
Yeah, she's already given us quite a lot with just like the little history lesson we got on various cultures. Yeah,
okay.
let's go Hisako.
Let's do Hisako. Oh, I'm so glad they gave us that choice.
Yeah, me too.
I wrote down one of their names, placed the paper next to my pillow, and went to sleep.
Oh shit!
Oh shit! I was right.
T12.
Holy shit! Oh shit!
Awesome. Okay, now how do we convince everybody that she's the wolf? Are we allowed to show the paper?
I was informed my target's affiliation the same way I was given
it's on our
Guardian.
tummy. Never mind.
That was strange, but it clearly happened, so I had no choice but to accept it. Anyway, it was something I'd predicted. However, how did you what? Oh, what happened this morning certainly wasn't. Okay.
We're about to find out who the wolves killed. Mm-hmm. What?
What? Yeah.
Huh?
No one had died last night.
But that's not how the game works.
The people in the dining hall were far more cheerful than yesterday morning. It was obvious why. Not one of their neighbors had died. The betrayal they'd been warned about ended up not happening at all. Yeah, the spider must have protected somebody. I wonder if it was me. Maybe they were coming after me, and the spider came in clutch.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, if the wolf targets the spider's target, and
they don't kill anybody.
They don't get to kill anybody.
Yep. So there's 3 wolves. We know one of them now.
Yeah.
Okay. Some were probably even beginning to hope that the traitors, the wolves, didn't exist at all.
こんなバカらしいことに付き合う奴はいねえんだって。
Oh, you poor simple man. Takumi-san, who put the unity of Yasumizu above all else, was especially cheerful.
Yeah.
まあ、そうかもね。
Yasunaga-kun made a vague smile. It seemed like he was afraid to kill the good vibes here. Kanzoshi, however, was probably just holding back from doing that. Kiyonosuke-shi looked like he was on the verge of killing the mood with some of his pessimism.
よかったよ
Aww.
かった
Oh, sweetheart.
本当に皆様よくぞご無事で
Aww. I want to hug her.
Yeah, I, Hillary, I think you're right. I think Rikako was like, protect Haruaki, fuck everybody else.
Yeah.
Yeah.
そうでしょ
Yeah, I'm almost positive that's what happened. However, he held his tongue probably out of consideration for Tai-san and Rikako-san, who were crying in relief.
おい、
何かな？
Yoshitsugu-kun, who was washing the dishes with me, called out to me with a stern voice. Oh, he's doing the dishes!
Oh,
なん
good.
だよこれ。何も起きねえじゃねえか。
何言ってるの？すごいことが起きたんだよ。
はあ？
今日の宴でいろいろわかるよ。泡だらけだ。やり直し。
ぜえ。
よし君がお手伝いか。もう何年も見てなかった光景だね。
So now how do we convince everyone to hang the reporter?
I know, right?
うるせえなちえね。皿に指で頑張れ頑張れとか後つけてんじゃねえよ。
あ、バレた？でも残念。指じゃなくて唇でした。関節キッスは約束だぞ。
うわ、きったね。
ひどい。
Wow.
知恵ねえ、私も引くわ。外で一体何勉強してきてるの？
知恵ねえのオリジナルだから。
まったく知恵ねえは不潔だな。
てめえは何してんだ、カモシだ。
僕も手伝いだ。レロレロン。
汚れをはめとってんじゃねえ。俺も。
Yes.
やめるんだ。その需要はない。
No, there is all the demand. Do it. The dining hall sure was noisy. Haru-chan even screamed a little.
また見てくる。
With those words, Kanto-san left. And so we ended up spending an uneventful morning in the dining hall together. Hi, Wolf. I wasn't the only one absent-mindedly watching the clock. I wondered if she'd seen anything on her stomach when she checked. It felt like she was waiting for the feast to start, which made it seem like she had something to declare. Oh, I wonder if she's going to try and be like, I'm the snake, and I looked up so and so. I looked up Haruaki or
maybe.
something. When Kanzo-san returned to declare the start of the feast, I felt like there would be trouble. No one was against it when he said it, but it turned out that the trouble was just delayed.
もういいんじゃねえか、おやさん。
Takumi-san said that instead of drinking from
なんだ、
instead of drinking from the cup. Blah.
こんなことをやんなくてもよ。狼は人を殺す気はねえだろう。
Yeah, they do. They just
Yeah.
got foiled last night.
Yes. Of course he would be the one to suggest
君は
that.
そこまで楽天的かね。事態は全く予断を許さぬ状況だ。
何がだよ。
昨晩はたまたま雲が指定したものを狼が襲おうとしたから守られただけだ。
Thank you, Kiyonosuke.
Yeah.
Sad that I said that, but that was
I mean-
exactly it. Yasunaga-kun, Haru-chan, and even Tai-chan had turned hostile last time. It was best to assume that those with the wolf's blessing would accept it and begin the murders.
自分を除けば雲が加護を使う対象として選べるのは14人。14分の1は100分率にして 7% 程度。その行幸に感謝しつつ、昨日進め損ねた宴による狼べらしを進めるべきでは
Well,
ないのか
I mean,
ね。
he is speaking good sense in this context.
And I get the feeling that Rikako is going to keep insist because Mako's probably the spider. So yeah, I'm probably going to keep getting protected.
Yeah.
お前、
狼にされた連中が仕事を拒否した確率が 7% より低いっていうのかよ。
It's 0%.
ああ、0% だと思っているね。
お前、やっぱ何か知ってんじゃないのか。今何が起きてんのかよ。
The mists are still here, Takumi. That's what's happening.
それは知らんが。
じゃあなんでそんなことが言い切れんだ。
The mists.
そんなに事態を甘く見ていない。
Oh my god, can we
という
not
だけだがね。
just be direct? It's obvious. Like, we don't need to be so fucking coy and cute about this
い
shit.
いか。人間ってのは何もなきゃ
We are
平和な生き物なんだ。
Humans are not
性
peaceful.
善説かね。
We want to be.
なんだか
Most of
知
us
らね
want to be.
えが平和ってのはな、乱したら危険だから保たれんだ。守ってる限り大多数が安全だ。
Okay, you just kind of just shit on your own argument, though. Humans are peaceful creatures, but peace is kept because it's dangerous to ruin it. That's completely antithetical to what you just said.
現に昨日の宴じゃ誰もくくられなかっただろうが、あの時にもあの場には狼がいたんだろう。
それは希望的観測だと言うんだ。単に票を集め損ねて失敗しただけかもしれんだろうが。
Takumi, you're sounding very badger-like.
おっちゃんを守ろうとして票を散らしたのかもしれないしね。
They split up the vote to protect everyone.
Yeah. Everyone stared at Mochi in surprise.
どういうこと？
いや、僕とやっすんと香りママがおっちゃんに入れた後、誰も入れなかったじゃん。あと1票くらいは入りそうなもんなのに入んなかったよね。となると狼がかばい合ったのかもしれないじゃん。
Huh.
じゃあそれより下に狼が？
待ってよ、モッチ。私が狼だって言うの？
いやいや、僕は単におっちゃんに突っかかりたかっただけだ。ごめん。
So I just had a thought before we
Mhm.
continue. You know how we were given 3 choices?
Yes.
I wonder if all 3 of them are wolves.
Hmm.
Yeah, that would make a lot of sense, actually. I'm not going to go farm it right now. I'm sorry. I want to continue down this, but I'm starting to think that Kiyonosuke, Takumi, and Mami are all wolves. Just 'cause I'm also thinking in terms of like how this game is structured with all 3 choices. Like, it seems weird to me that, you know, okay, if say only one of the 3 was a wolf, like, are you telling me then that this entire scenario would play out exactly the same way each time, and we would try and try and hang the whichever wolf we got, you know what I'm saying? Like, it from the way that the tree is structured and the way that the dialogue is written, to me it seems like all of this is going to be the same if you get since all 3 of them might be wolves.
Right, but also the key that we got was specifically like the journalist's truth or something.
Right.
So like I assumed that the other 2 I assumed the other 2 choices also had keys, and each key would be related to the character.
Yeah, maybe. Well, let's keep going. We'll see. Anyway,
Yeah.
Mochi had reached the same conclusion I had. I couldn't tell if he was that sharp or if it was just so simple anyone could figure it out.
しかもちのうかつな発言を真に受けないでいただきたいがね。そんな可能性があるのも確か。楽観視はすべきではない。
だったら人が死んでもねえのに人を殺すってのかてめえは。
Yes.
Yeah.
もう死んでるって言ってるでしょ。
Mami-san's sudden shouts attracted everyone's attention.
なんなの？あなたの中では橋本さんは人間扱いじゃないの？
Yeah.
Shush, wolf.
うるせえな。ありゃ確かにひどい事件だったが、俺らの中の誰かが殺したわけじゃないだろうが。
どうしてそう言い切れるのよ。
狼の殺しと汚れは違うって言ってんだろうが。
匠兄ちゃん、ちょっといい？
なんだよ、知恵。
私もさ、人を殺したいなんて思ってないけど、でもちょっと心配はあるんだよ。 神内様の掟に従う限り、私たちが狼に対抗するには宴でくくるしかないって。その手段を放棄してしまったら、私たち全滅するしかないんじゃないかって。
いや、だからな。
だからその手段を放棄させようとする人こそが狼だって、そう思い出す人が出てくるかもしれないって。
Okay. Takumi-san looked around and noticed the chill in the air about him. He noticed that a certain worry had begin mixing with a certain suspicion.
肝臓じいちゃん、
今日はくくる。さもなくば狼の味方よ。
The other thing we have to keep in mind is the badger in play right
ちえ
now.
みも殺したくないんだ
Yeah.
け
雨が匠は甘すぎる。
ど、ほらこういう向きもあるってこと。
じゃあどうするってんだ。昨日決まらなかったもんが今日決まるのかよ。
昨日とは違えだろ匠に。外の姉ちゃんとイカレ野郎が言うことがあるはずだ。
そうですね。彼らの言い分を聞いて、それでもみんなが殺人を拒否するなら、もう仕方ない話だ。
そんなことは起きん。
I will kill someone regardless.
じゃあいい。じゃあとにかく言ってみろよ。それがなきゃ何も始まらないっつうの。
All right, Haruaki, don't be slow. Do not let her take charge, because then you'd be fucked. Ah, god damn it! God damn it! Oh my god. Haruaki, you had one goddamn job.
私は蛇のカゴ
I knew it! I knew she was gonna fucking do
Oh
it!
my god.
Huh?
本当ですか？
I knew it. I knew it. I knew it. I knew it. I fucking knew it. God damn it.
そうよ。だからきちんと蛇の
Yep,
カゴ
and
で
she's gonna look at the Haruaki.
調
She's
べ
gonna
た
say
わよ。
Haruaki's the wolf.
Mm-hmm.
There was no way.
しかし、だからといって今明かすのは危険ではないのかね。
それを踏まえても開示するべき結果が得られたので話してるんですよ。山脇妙さんは
Oh!
Oh!
The mood of the feast suddenly did a complete 180.
こやつは狼よ。
Well, Yamawaki definitely isn't a wolf.
あんたが狼だって言ってるのよ。こっちは
They screamed and were about to charge at each other. The others had to hold them
ばあ
back.
ちゃんやめろ。誰もばあちゃんを疑ったりはしねえ。
間宮さんやめてよ。これじゃ助かる者も助かれない。
A strange fervor filled the small hall. I was getting really uncomfortable here. God damn it, Haruaki. You had one goddamn job.
Yeah, finally can participate in the feast, but then sits on his thumbs.
With something incredibly important. Yeah, let's hang Grandma.
何を言うのよ。
Oh, thank you,
叫
Yasu.
ばないでください。あなたは本物かもしれないけど、だったら冷静にしてればいいんだ。僕らが間宮さんを信じるには、他に蛇のカゴ者が名乗り出ないことが条件になる。いませんか、蛇は。
What was my best option here? Since I was the real snake, she was definitely a fake who was clearly talking with ill intent. That meant I had to out myself. Otherwise, she would take control of the situation. That was the right thing to do. Yeah, no shit! God damn.
Now watch him talk himself out of it.
The right way to go about it. Yeah, I knew that well, but God, but I couldn't help but feel that I was in an extremely difficult situation here.
Oh.
Oh shit.
Okay,
right.
well, if we fuck up, we can come back.
Okay. Let's think this out for a second.
Sure, okay.
We reveal ourselves. The next logical conclusion is Mami is going to say, well, that I'm a wolf too, trying to help Tai. Reasonably, what proof do we have that she's the wolf? Like, how are we going to, not that we really have any option to present anything, but all we have is, word of mouth. Not revealing just means that, what, Tai gets killed?
Well, I mean, yes and no. They might talk themselves out of it. But I think what Yasu said is correct. If nobody else reveals that they're the snake, then they're going to take her at her word. And that's going to carry a lot of weight.
Okay, so here's the other thing. All right, so there's two things can happen here. I let this go, and so we let this all play out, and say they vote to hang Tai. Because if I do reveal myself, then that means that they're probably going to either look to get me again, or they're going to look to get to the spider to get me.
Right.
So if I don't reveal myself, I can use this next night to look for the other wolves. Do you get what I'm saying?
I get what you're saying, but I feel like the big problem with that is, like, if, things reach their logical conclusion and we do hang tied, then we have absolutely hanged an innocent human.
Right.
Which gives the wolves a win. And then on top of that, we will have the rest of the community believing that the wolf is the snake. Wolf is the snake.
Yeah.
And taking her at her word, which will allow the wolves to hang tight during the day, and then it'll allow the wolves to take out another person at night. So we're 2 people down.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, we're going to start losing people real quick then.
Yeah.
And there's nothing, and honestly, at that point too, they could try and the spider would try and protect Mamiya, which means that I would probably die shortly.
Yeah. Yeah.
Honestly, since no one died, they probably targeted me, so I would probably die tonight.
Yeah, probably. Yeah, and the other thing too is, like, if we don't reveal that we're the snake, there's no way we're going to be able to take care of the wolf. The wolf that we know about, because they think she's the snake.
Right. We wouldn't be able to do much of anything. We'd have no clout whatsoever.
Yeah, I think it's probably better to reveal that we're the snake.
Yeah, let's reveal. Now wasn't the time to rely on baseless intuition. Like every other time, if I kept my silence now and tried to come out as the snake later, I couldn't expect my words to hold much weight. Yeah, especially since they'd be like, you were the snake and you kept operating in quiet the whole time.
Yeah, and like he's saying here, he's sure he can get people to believe him over Mamiya-san.
Right.
すみません.
At that moment, I became the target of everyone's attention. I felt like they were boring holes in me.
僕が蛇です。
何ですって？
不採士さんが蛇の加護者を名乗られました。他にはいませんか
？3人名乗り出る可能性はあるのかね？
Yeah, if a third person stepped up, they just hang all 3 of us.
ないと思いますが、念のためです。おられませんか？
As expected, no one stepped up. I'd laugh if Mochi was like, I'm the snake! Like, fucking Mochi!
Yeah.
あなたが狼ね。みんなわかってる？今狼が2人も明らかになってるのよ。
Yeah, no. Mamiya-san's outburst was also expected. She spent some time ranting afterwards, but piped down after Kanzo-san told her to shut her mouth.
どっちかが本物だってのは間違いないんだよな。
Probably.
そう思うけど。ちなみに不採士さんは蛇として昨日誰を調べられたんですか？
間宮さんを調べていたんです。
The hall stirred with a bit of commotion.
で、狼だってわけ？
ええ。残念ながら。
聞いた？私が名乗った後に、私を名指しで狼呼ばわりって不自然にも程があるでしょ？
Not really, no.
やかましいわ。あんたが偽物である以上は、あのお兄ちゃんが本物のね。
Okay, yeah, I mean, people are going to be more likely to listen to Tai over the reporter.
Especially since the reporter accused her first, and everyone immediately rallied to her defense.
じゃあなんで最初の一人が記者だったんだよ。もっと大事なやついただろうがよ。
外来者ゆえに立場が悪くなることもあるかと思って。
というか、お姉ちゃん的にもタエバーを選ぶ理由はなかったしな。最初の1回なんてそんなもんじゃない？
The reception to my claim was rather dicey. There were those who believed me and those who doubted me from the start and still did. It didn't feel like I'd changed anyone's mind.
どうするのよ、これ。
そんなに悲観するところじゃない。少なくとも判断の材料は十分に出てる。差し当たっては。
記者と兄ちゃんとタエバーを順番にくくる。
Dude! Wait, what? A dumbfounded silence dominated the hall for a few seconds as everyone struggled to process what he'd said.
いや、なんでなんだよ、おやっさん。
I think that makes sense, honestly.
Yeah, no, it does.
くくらねばならん。
Just the way he says it, it's like, dude, calm
ちょ
the
っと
fuck
待ってく
down.
ださい。証拠はともかく、現状で誰が一番怪しいかは一目瞭然。
人となりで判じるとやられる。
Yeah, he's speaking from experience.
Mm-hmm.
He wasn't exactly wrong. On the other hand, my nature was suspicious, so I felt there was a strong, unbiased doubt toward me. It wasn't fair to base it on double standards, but the people of Yasumizu would just look at me the same way as Mamiya-san if I complained about that.
牧島勘三さん、質問です。
Yeah, I think he's going to bring up that you have a potential of losing a snake that
あ
way.
なたがおっしゃるのは、怪しいものはくくるであって、名乗り出たカゴ者は皆くくるではないわけですよね。さもないと、カゴ者は今後一切名乗り出なくなるはずだ。安全が証明された場合は、くくる必要はありませんよね。
うん。じゃが今は。
そうですね。今は皆怪しいというところかと思います。だからこそ、今怪しい3人はまだくくらなくてもいいはずです。
僕も賛成です。久石さんと間宮さんは、あと何回かカゴを使ってもらうべきだ。
Yes, Naga-kun sure was reliable. He jumped to the conclusion I was going to make ahead of time and told everyone, increasing its credibility more than I could have. Kanzo-san didn't look satisfied, but it didn't seem he could find solid grounds to argue.
おい、兄貴。結局どうすんだよ。ババアに票入れときゃいいのか？
むしろタイバーにも入れない。それで、今日以降、久石さんと間宮さんには引き続き、誰かを選んでもらう。
Huh. No, that's... No!
It makes sense, but she's the fucking wolf.
調べるものを皆で決めてしまう手もあるかと思うがね。
それも考えたんですが、誰を選ぶかも判断材料にすべきかと。
なるほど。合理的で全員の役に立つ選択をしているか、特定のものを不自然にかばう選択でないか。
そういうことです。皆さんにもう少しわかりやすく説
I'll
明し
pull
ま
it
す。
another way so everyone who's stupid can understand.
明日から、久石さんと間宮さんは、自分だけで選んだカゴの対象の正体をそれぞれ発表してもらう。それでいつか、互いに相矛盾する結果がまた出るはずです。この時に改めて、二人のどちらをくくるか決めればいい。例えばタイバーが本当に人だとすれば、タイバーは間宮さんが偽物だとわかるから、正しく間宮さんに投票できる。
そうよ。私は分かっておる。
逆にタイバーが狼でも、すでに敵対関係となった間宮さんとは、投票でも敵対せざるを得ないわけで、行動を縛ることができる。あえて人側の投票をしてごまかすということができなくなる。そう考えると、タイバーの行動はすでに縛られている。今急いでくくる必要はないんです。
Okay, makes sense to me.
それよりは、他に行動を縛られてる奴を増やす方が先ってこと。
そう。それでその結果、久石さんと間宮さん、どちらが怪しいか確定した時点で、それまでの結果を総ざらいして、それで必要なら、改めてくくればいいんじゃないでしょうか。
Huh.
今の説明で分かったもんはおるか？
はい。
うん、私も分かった。
このまま手がかりが増えるのを待つってことですよね。そして調べがついていない人から今日くくるものを選ぶ。
This is not how I saw this going. I'm
same.
俺はくくるのはやっぱり反対だ。しかしそれを全員が選ぶってなら、まだしもヤスの方針で進めたい。
そうですね。私もカゴ者を名乗る方を、あまり存在に扱われない方が
Okay, but the big thing is now Mamiya knows
受け
that I'm
入れ
the
やすい
snake.
と思っています。
So...
But we're pretty confident that Rikako is going to keep telling Mei to protect us.
Protecting me. But that doesn't mean that Mamiya won't kill someone else. Probably they'll probably go for another victim at some point.
Yeah.
少なくともボンクラ野郎がブツブツ言ってるってのはいい選択ってことなんじゃないのか
Yeah.
I mean, that's one way to put it.
I know, right? I wanted to point out how rude that was, but chose to keep quiet after realizing I wasn't in a position to just speak my mind.
おやっさん。
もう票取れ。
God damn! Kanza-san probably hadn't changed his mind. But the fact he was letting the vote start meant he wasn't denying that going with Yasunaga-kun's plan was logical. He probably acknowledged that the plan made a certain amount of sense, too. He was just too proud to admit it. It wasn't just the players' power relationships and the rationality and validity of their actions that helped influence here. It was also their personalities, preferences, and standing. In that respect, politics were a game, and the Feast of the Yomi Purge was politics, meaning the feast was a game of sorts. Yeah, it's the game of werewolf, damn it. Anyway, I wouldn't be gathering any votes for this round, and neither would Mamiya-san. Yeah, it looks like Mamiya is claiming to be the snake right now, and accused Tai. No, wait, wasn't this bad? Yes, it's very bad. Oh my God, Haruaki, you finally woke up.
票を取らないことを希望する奴は。
Takumi-san raised his own hand. Chiemi hesitated, but didn't go for it in the end, leaving him all alone.
わかった。もういい。
神座から
Sorry, buddy.
ククルモンを言ってけ。
Oh, here we go. The voting began with no regard for my concerns.
Who's he pointing at? Okay.
Okay, I still have the theory that the old man is me in the future who's looped a billion times. And he's just
I'm happy with this theory.
Completely crazy. Like, he sees me knowing that he's me, and he's just like, yeah, it's me!
わしは記者の女に入れる。
As expected, he voted for the most suspicious one there.
私はやっぱりあんたに入れる。
どうぞご勝手に。
That's 2 votes for her. Mami-san seemed to have regained some of her cool, though she already had 2 votes. She probably could tell she wouldn't get much more after this.
俺は昨日と同様。
Oh my God, Takumi, God damn it.
ムロ様、どうかメイコに入れるなら私に。
あんたも怪しいが、そうやってかばうのがもっと怪しく見えんだよ。
It does in a certain light, yes.
Yeah, I know. It's just, he's a meathead.
He's a meathead.
If Mako got one more vote, perhaps it would be best to try to lead things in another direction. After all, I knew she was the only one reliable.
私はリカコさんかしら。
Okay.
また長者への逆びいきかね。その態度は安水のあなた方の身を滅ぼすと。その際忠告させていただこう。
Alright.
野里様、いいのです。
私は夫妻子君が怪しいという思いはまだ捨てておらんがね。材料が欲しいのは確かだ。
Alright, you don't have to make a production out of this. Just who are you voting
yes,
for?
Yes, he
does.
You really hate Chiemi, and that's hysterical to me.
Yeah, it's pretty funny.
誰の味方かはっきりしないからだ。くくるべきでないと言ってみたり、かと思えばムロを突き放してみたり。
そうですね。私は当たり前に迷ってるつもりだったけど、みんなもう当たり前に殺すことを決めてるみたいだ。やっぱ嫌いですわ、こんな狂った村。
Yeah, burn it down. Burn it all down. Chiemi's cold words filled the hall with an awkward silence. That was proof there were some people out there who knew they couldn't exactly deny what she said. But just as I was wondering how things came to this...
僕は植松さんに。理由は、昨日自分に投票するなんて派手なパフォーマンスをされたから。
Oh, Yasu, come on.
あれは知恵ねえの後追いだし、考えなしの失策だと思います。
あれは不自然というだけで。
Don't care, you already spoke. Next vote, please.
よくはない。あなたは少し自分の命に対して無責任すぎます。
We do this every time. every time.
いいではないですか。
Okay, I'm moving on because you talk too slow.
Yeah, it's
I
fine.
can't. This is the way life. Okay, yes.
りっ
Okay,
ちゃん
cool.
かっけー。僕はそこまでは言えないや。さて僕の番だけど。
Mochi, please have some sense. Please.
おっちゃん、出番だよ。よく飛んでくれい。
God damn it.
God damn it.
何が出番だ貴様。
The vote was all over the place.
Yeah.
Currently, Mamiya-san and Rikako-san were sitting at the top with 2 votes each, while Meiko, Chiemi, Kiyonosuke, and I had 1 each. But just when it came to me, it was the youth's turn to vote.
鴨志田に乗っかるわけじゃねえが、野里のボンクラに1票だ。長者はもうこの場にはいらねえ。
They're literally copying everyone the votes from yesterday. This is so dumb.
私はそこまで言わないけど、投票されたからには逆に入れられても文句は言いませんよね、野里さん。
God damn.
というわけで、知恵。
貴様。
He's up to 3 now, huh?
Oh damn.
Oh damn.
Oh damn. Oh, it's Nosato with the runaway. Oh no.
Haru. Cold-blooded.
With a surge of 4 consecutive votes, Kiyonosuke had taken the lead. There were just 4 left, including me. Okay.
あくまでそのスタンスですか。今日は死にかねませんよ。
それでも野里様が
She is too good and too pure.
Oh no, I just realized what the bad part is. Mamiya goes last. If we get a tie, she could just choose to kill somebody.
Yeah.
Oh fuck, no. Oh
and
no.
She's not going to vote for another wolf.
Yeah.
Yeah.
リカコさん。しかし。
Oh fuck. Oh, it's literally unwinnable. Ah, fuck.
おじいちゃん。
Which one?
マキシマ様は狼ではないわよ、メイコ。
But he's scary.
じゃあ。
Oh my god.
おじいちゃん。
The other old man. Which one?
おじいちゃん。
Oh god.
Oh my
that
god.
Face.
This is riveting commentary. What was up with this vote? Kiyonosuke had 4 votes while Rikako-san had 3. Yeah, he's gonna vote for Rikako, which is gonna even it out, and then Mami is gonna vote probably for Rikako.
Yeah.
My options were either co-sign Kiyonosuke to his fate, throw Rikako-san into danger, or vote for someone else entirely and leave Mamiya-san to deal with that dilemma. In other words, leaving it up to a confirmed liar. No, I couldn't. I was confident that I had interpreted Rikako-san's actions correctly. So I...
野里清之助さんに。
Okay.
すみません。僕はあなたが狼だとは思わない。しかし。
Mamiya-san was the only other one with 2 votes. Even if I voted for her, there was no way she'd vote for herself, so trying to pit Kiyonosuke against her would be pointless, yeah. However, I knew telling him that wouldn't do him any good.
リカコさんを失うわけにはいかなかった。
I knew those words were probably the last thing he wanted to hear. Still, I couldn't let that excuse, that reason, go unsaid. Not when he could understand it too.
そうか。
This made 5 votes. Morally, everyone understood it was the humans who deserved to survive, not the wolves. But in the end, Kiyonosuke had been unable to prove his life held more meaning than a wolf who'd reveal useful information while still alive.
一応、私は植松さんに。理由は行動が不自然だから。
She was going to go for Uematsu regardless.
縄持ってこい。
Oh, we got rid of Kiyonosuke.
Yeah, shocker.
We passed through the mist and walked toward the graveyard. 5 prepared for the feast when the evening mist arrived. Everyone was singing prayer to Shinai. Shinai-san's guardians are... I couldn't tell who had started it or when they did so. 8. Death of the damned Yomibito is the mandate. The sobbing mixed with singing made it seem like an old funeral, but it was actually an execution. Painfully slowly, we walked through the path leading to the cliff next to the Saranaga. I was already used to this thanks to all of the cleanups. 7. The corrupt Yomibito arrives to oppose the mountain. Before I knew it, even Mamiya-san and I had joined the singing, creating a perfect unity in the group. This is like cult-like.
Yep.
Eventually, we reached our destination. It was downhill beyond the trees, wet with dew, in a grass field covered in stones, marking the lives of those who used to live here. Strangely enough, the aged pine tree right at the end could be seen easily despite the mist. As we stopped, so did the song and emotion.
Rikako-san, いいのですよ.
He gave me a glance.
言ったからには、Rikako-sanは貴様が守れ.
Leave it to me and Boner-san.
Mm-hmm.
That was all he said.
わかりました.
I didn't actually want to say that. It didn't sound like he simply meant to protect her for the rest of the feast when he said that. But the survivors had the obligations to honor the dead's last wishes. What would be really funny is if he just said, "So long, fuckers," and just like ran.
That would be really
like,
good.
I'm not. I assume he's not like bound or anything like this. They didn't make a point of saying that like his arms or legs are bound.
Mm-hmm.
あなたに背を押されるならば、それもまた本望です。
落ちなかれ。
落ちなかれ。
What is that? Rise not. Oh, I guess it's don't come back from the dead. And then Kiyonosuke Osato's body fell to the bottom of the misty cliff, and the hanging rope stopped due to the fatal impact. He let out a horrifying death wail.
Neat.
Let's go eat lunch. Afterwards, we all returned to the dining hall, where Kaori-san and I served a light lunch while time passed by. Everyone tried to act as normal as possible. They tried to convince themselves that Kiyonosuke-shi shouldn't have been in Yasumizu in the first place, so his absence was only natural. However, it was clear that they felt guilty for committing murder. Yeah, just a light lunch. Something small after an execution, you know?
Yeah, just in case somebody's feeling nauseous, we don't want to, put anything too heavy in their stomachs.
Yeah, nothing too heavy, something light, maybe a nice, Capri salad or something like that.
Yeah.
Killing someone no one liked and talking as though none of it had ever happened was a horrible group mentality. But that was the truth of the Feast of the Yomi Purge. It was kill or be killed, and unfortunately, it was next to impossible to finish the feast without wasting a life. I chatted away with the others with those thoughts in my mind as a certain concern ate away at me. As much as I felt bad about it, I didn't kill Kiyonosuke-shi. Had I made the wrong move in the end? Hadn't I let someone who should have been purged live so I could save myself? No, that didn't mean this was a failure. There was a high chance my fears were unfounded. I was overthinking things. I knew I was, but, for some reason, I felt the presence of beasts. I couldn't help but feel that. Well, there's a wolf! You know who one of the wolves are!
とかは僕にはわからん。けどなんかね、匠兄がヘビだって言ったとき、嫌な感じがしたんだ。今、狼様が笑ったなーって。
This definitely seems like one of their tactics is to come out as the snake as soon as they can.
Yeah.
I felt like.
But Takumi wasn't a wolf, though. He died second night.
Yeah. Something about the wolves laughing, though, something about that really bothers me. And yeah, as of right now, well, I mean, as far as we know, the crow is still alive. Right now, all we know are the two monkeys are Kanzo and Yasu. Haruaki is the snake. And we're assuming Mako is the spider, based off of what Rikako-san is saying. So we don't know who the... we
don't know who we killed.
We don't know who we killed yet. We might have just killed the crow.
Yeah.
Had I fallen right into their trap? Probably. Yeah. Oh, no, they were laughing because the snake was outed. That's why they were laughing.
Yeah.
Because Takumi was a big dumb himbo and was just like, I'm the snake, and the wolves are like, haha, idiot.
Yep.
You know, based off of their seating, Mochi said that he heard the wolves laughing. Yasu was right next to him.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Yeah, that worry plagued me all the way through dinner and bedtime. Yeah, if you're right. If they go after me, then Mamiya is immediately going to get hanged afterwards. Like, it's obvious.
Yeah.
So yeah. Excuse me. If Hisako Mamiya's false declaration was a suicidal attack meant to weed out the real snake, then there was a chance she'd be coming for me, despite knowing she'd be the prime suspect for sure the next day. In that case, which of the two snakes would the spider protect? Right now, there were two self-proclaimed snakes. Should I have tried to crush Hisako Mamiya, even if it meant I was getting a little too desperate and being suspected by the others as a result? I swear to God, I can talk. No, it was okay. If I was right about Meiko being the spider and Rikako-san controlling her, then Rikako-san would surely protect me. If it was between Mamiya-san and I, she'd definitely choose me. Those thoughts bounced back and forth from lunch. All the way until I drowsily wrote someone's name down and put it under my pillow. Do we get to choose again?
Pick, or...
And then I guess not, and then I lost
not.
consciousness. In the end, I never... Oh, shit! Oh, fuck! In the end, I never woke up. Guess that figures.
Huh.
I like how I'm dead, but I'm having these thoughts.
Right?
Yeah, after all, only the spider themselves knew what they were thinking. The wolves must have aimed their claws at me, taking the risk that the spider hadn't chosen me. And they'd won their bet, so that was that. I couldn't even tell if that was what I thought when I died. It was all so vague. I lay there in a comatose slumber, and it was there my life met its end and faded into the mist that covered all.
Okay.
Womp womp. All right, let's see. Bad ending number 13. No, I don't want to watch Hidden Corner. I want to go back. So I got a key. Yeah,
key number 12, I think.
Yeah. Do we want to see if that unlocks anything?
Yeah. Let's see if we can find what it unlocks.
Let's go to the chart. Okay.